We're back.
Nice jersey.
Hey, thank you. Thank you.
Nice hat.
Yeah.
Nice outfit.
DK during the week was like, man, we got to work on your swag coming into the building. I like to think that my shoes will top anyone in this locker room, but yeah, okay, the jeans and maybe the shirts. So he's like, we got to talk about it going into this week. And I was like, all right, I'll be better. I'll be better. So threw a jersey on and a Titleist hat.
How's your knee? Or we saw you.
It's good. It's good. It'll be all right. I think it was definitely just a precautionary thing. I still haven't seen the clip. Don't even really know what happened. I know, like, immediately when you get hit on your front leg as a cue after you throw, it's locked out. Kind of scared me for a second. Get up. I don't know what happened, but all right, next play, we'll figure it out on the sideline. So, yeah, kind of a precautionary deal, and just going to listen to what the team tells me and get ready and get better for next week.
It was on the roughing penalty.
Say that
It
again?
was on the roughing penalty.
Yeah.
What do you think you've shown him here these 2 games?
Definitely a transition from game 1 to game 2. Struggling a little bit early on those first couple drives in the Vikings game. Didn't put points up on the board, but, feeling confident going back out there this time. I got some plays under my belt the week before. I'm confident I'm ready to roll, and I wanted to show that tonight to not only the coaches but the team that, I'm going to be ready at all times whenever that time comes. As a backup, you hope it never comes. You hope the head guy is playing every single snap throughout the year, and unless we're beating somebody bad enough to get thrown in there. But no, just showing that, I can show this next week as well, but that I'm just ready to go. I'm here for this team, and that if that time comes, the guys are confident when I walk out there to go take the huddle and try to help us win games.
So, Drew, you changed the way you prepare. I think you mentioned that. Coach talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
So does that then get you, like, when you're called upon, are you more ready, laser focused to make that play without even having to worry? Think
Yeah.
about it too much?
That's the goal every game week as a backup. Just getting closer and closer and closer to feeling like you're the starter every time you get the opportunity to go out there. And I think last year, having 17 opportunities to try to feel that way and be ready to do it and then have it not happen, I've definitely logged a good amount of time of being ready when my number gets called. And we kind of tried to emphasize that this week. Gino's going to go out and play. Drew, you're going to play, but let's act as if you don't. It's just Gino's down and you're going in. That's how we try to talk about it this week with me going into play. And I like to think that, the offense when I was out there and guys blocked their butts off, guys made plays with the ball in their hand, and we scored points when we went out there, and that's the number one goal.
How good was it for you guys to see the explosives kind of come in the passing game? Gino
Yeah.
hits the one to Bobo, you get the ones to Jackson, Cody, and Noah to kind of move your guys down the field that way.
Yeah, we know what that room's capable of. That room is stacked with really good players right now. And to be able to help our run game, get us a couple explosives in the pass, we know our run game's going to be explosive, but for us being able to add that second piece into, big plays, big chunk plays, and then come back to the run, it just makes us a more well-rounded offense, to say the least.
What did you see on the pass to Jackson? Kind of what did you see on that?
Yeah. DB tried to kind of undercut it with him running across the field, and most of the time you can kind of line drive that throw to Jax, but had to put a little touch on it with him undercutting it and be able to put over the opposite shoulder, and he did a great job of tracking the ball and making that catch. I already talked to him. I saw him at Chipotle today, and I try to get some Chipotle before the game, but I was like, Jax, do you normally get Chipotle before games? And he said, no, but I was really feeling it today. I'm like, all right, well, that's why you got stopped at the one, because you had Chipotle today instead of your normal pregame food. So that was kind of the joke on the sideline between me and him.
Other than that, what has he shown you?
Yeah.
Maybe some decision making there, but what has he shown you as a rookie?
No, he's been amazing. I think the biggest part about him is just his composure. I think not once have I felt like he was a rookie when he's out there. He's confident in himself. He knows what he's doing. And when the ball's in the air, he's going to make a play on it and go get it. And turn something into nothing when he gets the ball in his hands. I think it's hard to do. It's hard to do in this league, and especially as a rookie coming in, and with him missing some time in the years previous, for him to come in and step in and make the plays that he's making right now, I think it's pretty impressive.
Now that you're in your second year in this offense with Shane Waldron, you've actually gotten 2 preseason games in a row. You've gotten quite a few snaps. What improvements are you seeing manifest most on the field right now for you compared to, say, a year ago?
Yeah, I think it comes from being in the same offense for 2 years now, like you said, but just quicker decisions with the ball. Knowing when I, on a play action, turn my head around, whether it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad. Just processing quicker. When you get to that point and kind of feel the way I'm feeling right now, you feel like you can go out there every time and walk down the field, and that's the feeling that every quarterback wants to have. And finally, being able to be confident in a system with the guys around me, I know what's going on. It feels really good right now, and I'm excited to get back out there again and keep showing it.
You saw a couple highly drafted receivers come in with you in Denver, and Handler and Judy. Comparing to them, what impresses you about Jackson and the struggle of making that jump to the NFL level as a rookie, and how he's kind of handled it for you compared to those guys? Yeah,
I've definitely been around some good rookie receivers, that's for sure. I think what kind of all of them entail, which is kind of what I mentioned earlier, just the fact that they can come in and be so level-headed and make the plays when it comes to them. Because, a lot of guys can let the lights and this logo kind of, I don't know, just might get too big for them sometimes, especially when you're drafted so high. There's expectations on you. Being able to drown out the noise of expectations of being a first-round pick, and, Ohio State's put out a lot of good receivers right now, and being able to drown that out, I think, is what is really going to set Jax apart. He doesn't seem like he cares about it. He wants to come out here. He wants to get better. He wants to learn from DK and Tyler and go make the plays. And I think if he keeps that mindset and just keeps his head down and keeps working, he's going to be really, really good.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thank you.